My project is called Bu 2.0, Urban Planning Through Forgotten, Unconventional, and Radical Means. The word bu stemming from the Swedish verb of meaning to live, which is a play on words on Bonolet, one of Scandinavia's most influential projects to date. I specifically focused on the last undeveloped area of Västra Hamnen in Malmö, which is called Galleonen, and the goal was to devise an urban plan that draws inspiration from the pioneering Bonolet, as stated before, employing forgotten, unconventional, and radical approaches for the next generation of living spaces. My overall focus of this project was to study and address the impacts and potentials of the built structures in the city, aimed at understanding and promoting the dynamics between built structures and urban life, with a keen focus on elevating the overall livability of our cities. Delving into the functions of public buildings, urban typologies, public transport-oriented space, or nature/water-based areas, in tangent with how individuals engage with such spaces, while at the same time introducing big, medium, and small urban areas scattered throughout the neighborhood to cater for the people's different needs. And a few of the goals and bullet points were to create an urban form that's human-scaled, establish a series of public domains and usages, foster connections between new metro and tram stations and the city, explore the differences in relation between public and private spaces in edge zones, and introducing fun and diverse architecture with radical materials that also cater to more of a Swedish architecture culture. Everything to try and create a healthier way of living in a way. One of the main concepts for this urban plan was also to foster as many interactions as possible in between humans and in between humans and spaces, on various contextual levels, aligning with the regional, which is Öresund, the city of Malmö, and the neighborhood values. All of these interactions can be formal, informal, or accidental. Everything from planning to go to the museum or street food with a friend to accidentally meeting a neighbor in one of the staircases. Everything to try and create as much friction as possible in between people and spaces to try and create a lively city. Another big thing with this project was also the influence of having Jan Gill as one of our professors throughout my master education. I realized how important it was to listen to the people and try to incorporate them into the analysis of making a space. And the whole process and analysis stemmed from me making interviews with people walking the streets of Malmö, trying to understand what people want and translate that into a project, but also how people interact with spaces, reading Jan's work in the area to get a deeper understanding how we can work with the spaces in between the buildings, but also how to work with buildings to create these spaces, to foster them. So with this project, I aimed at implementing the various ideas like interesting and diverse edge zones, open ground floor plans, the blending of both hard and soft landscapes and harbor fronts, the fostering of interactions, radical and reused materials, all of these to try and create an area that really focuses on the human through urban form rather than to try and create iconic architecture that does not necessarily benefit the people, to try and make our cities healthier and less hostile for the people living in them.